Hi, I'm Rich Close. Hi, I'm Rich Close, and today's iPhone tutorial is on the Contacts app. Please make sure to click the link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also visit richclose.com. Okay, Contacts. You can search for it by scrolling down and typing in Contacts, or it's simply the little tab folder with a little person on it. I'm going to click on Contacts and open it up. And when you open the Contacts app, you get a list of all of your contacts. And so where do these contacts come from? Well, you can type in new individual contacts by hitting the plus sign, and the iPhone then prompts you to enter their phone number and names. And I'm going to do this in an edit screen later on. You can add a photo for that contact if you want. And it'll take you through a lot of information that you can add. Let me just cancel out of that for right now, and we'll go back in. So that's how you individually add a contact. You can look at your groups, and these are your contact groups. So these are your accounts that you've connected into your iPhone. I use Gmail to store my contacts, but you may have just put contacts in the iCloud for yourself also. So iCloud is Apple's version of their cloud storage, and Gmail clearly is Google's Gmail service, but also allows contacts in it. And so I have Gmail turned on. In this case, you can turn on all the contacts by selecting buttons next to them or turning them off. So show all contacts down here at the bottom. Again, we'll turn on all the blue icons. All right. So let's hit done there. So then you have a list of all of your contacts. And again, I've blurred this out. I don't obviously want to share all my contact names with people on the internet. You can search a contact by selecting the search bar and clicking in it and typing a name there, and we'll just type in Don. And you can see the list quickly filters by people's names with Don. And so I'll select one of the names just for reference, and it pulls up a contact, shows a picture, all the ways that you can connect with that contact. Messaging, a call, a video call, FaceTime if you want. You can email them if they have an email list, or you can pay them money. So if any of you'd like my contact information to pay me money, I'm okay with that. And then it shows their phone numbers and all the information you have entered for them, addresses, notes, pretty comprehensive list of the information that you can store for each of your contacts. Let's scroll out of that and cancel. The other thing you can do is you can quickly jump around in the contact list by selecting one of the letters on the right hand side. So you can see I'm selecting G, M, and it quickly jumps in the alphabet to those names. And go down to T, right? So you can use this right hand side kind of like a quick index to your contact list. And I'm going to go back up to A's. And I entered a fake contact here, John Adams. So I didn't put much information in against John, but I'll give you an example of how you could add information for each of your contacts. You'll notice that in this case, he doesn't have an iPhone, so I can't do FaceTime call with him. I did put an email in here, so it shows me I can text message him, I can call him, I can email him, or I could send him money. All right. Now, let's just go in and edit this contact information. So in this case, we'll pretend he's one of my friends. You can actually, if you have a picture of them, you can edit and put in a picture or an icon, certainly up to you, or whatever you would like to have. You can use regular pictures too. I just happened to click a Emoji to add that icon, and since it's the one I picked, it didn't change it. You can select a photo or take a picture from your camera, or select one of the photos that you already have, right, using the Photos app on your phone. So let's just change him to the winking mouse, and we'll hit next. And you can see it lets you choose that. You can adjust it if you wanted to. I'm going to hit done and hit done. And so now it changed his photo to the winking mouse. All right, you can enter name, company for him, put in phone numbers. You can have multiple phone numbers. I could add another number, and we'll call this the home number. and we'll say this is 616-555-1532, right? And we'll scroll down some more. Again, same thing, multiple emails if you so choose. You can set up a separate ringtone for your contact. Maybe it's your best friend or your wife or someone that you just want to have a cool little ringtone. When they call you, you can pick a song. It will use that song. I have default set in this case. I'm not going to go mess with it right now. Same thing for a text. You can set up different tones for texts. If the person has a home page or a URL, maybe they have an online website or something along those lines, you could add that. Maybe they have a business, you could add that. And you could change the description, obviously, for what that is: work, school, other. We'll cancel out of here. You can add addresses. So again, if you have a contact, their home address, you type it in, it will then show their home address or their address on a map within the contact itself. You can quickly select that map and open up the Maps feature, and it will take you to Apple Maps to navigate to or see where that person's located. You can put in a birthday. You can add special dates if you want to. And again, if it's your own profile you're creating, you can add and link kind of contacts together. So if you have your mother in your contacts, you can actually then add her name under you, and it will show her as your mother. Siri will use that information to, let's just say you want to say, call my mother or text my mother. It will use that information to call or text your mother. And you can see son, daughter, friends, partners, assistants, managers, or your own custom names to this field to build in all of the relations and again, make the iPhone a little more customizable and Siri work a little better for you in terms of those actions. You can add your Facebook or Twitter accounts. And again, you can see it gives you a lot of choices here: Snapchat, Pinterest, Duo, Instagram, Gmail. If you have your IDs, so you can build up that person's information, or you can add your own information, and when you share your contact, that will then be shared with everybody that's in your contact. So you can add, again, their social information for that person, instant messaging, or simply type in a bunch of notes for that contact. And I'm just going to put in test contact. Okay, delete. All right. So I remember to delete this person, and John Adams isn't a real person in my contact list. All right, and so you have a new contact in your contacts called John Adams, for me in this case, or it could be one of your friends. Not to confuse you any, but now I want to change it up. And let's just say that this is your personal card and you're John Adams. All right. You would want to go into this information. And again, you could put in all your own information for some of the items we just talked about for one of your friends. And we're going to edit this. So for you, you might put in your social media profile, your Facebook and Twitter information. And I'll tell you why in the end is, so now this is, again, we're pretending this is you now, right? When you go down to the bottom, you can actually share this contact. You can, if it's you can share your contact information, or if it's somebody else, you can share their contact information with someone. You can take, and we talked about this before, but there's an area, and the iPhone uses favorites, your favorite contacts, to allow them to potentially ring through if your phone is silenced. It gives them kind of like, if you will, super privileges. So you can make a contact a favorite if you want to. Strike that last bit of conversation and come back to it. Again, if this is your information, you would certainly add your social media information to it. But then the related names. Let's just change this and type in, we'll just say a son of yours. And what you can do is you can type it in here, or you can use the arrow key and go to the right, and it will pull up your contacts. And I'm going to just, again, just as an example here, type in and say that it's Don of somebody. And let's just pick this Don and pretend he's your son. You select that name, and what it does is it brings in his contact information, and you're kind of telling your iPhone that, hey, I know I'm John Adams, but my son is Don. And so that information is used by your phone. It's also used by Siri. If you said text my son or call my son, it knows that your son is this Don and will make that phone call. So that's a little bit on related names. And I'm just going to click done on that. All right, now you have a contact in here, and now we're going to back and pretend John Adams is just in your contacts list. And we'll open up that contact again. Down at the bottom of this contact are some other things you can do with the contact. So you can send a message to the contact. You can share this contact. So if there's somebody that says, hey, do you have, John Adams' phone number? You can go to your contact list, find John Adams, then click the share the contact, and the system prompts you with, how would you like to share it? Do you want to send that information to a text? Do you want to send it by email? Or maybe one of your more recent contacts? And you simply open up messages or texts, and it will send that contact card to the person requesting it. You can also add that contact to your favorites. And again, the favorites are fairly important in the iPhone. You can see a list of your favorites easily using the phone app. And again, I have a video on the phone app if you want to look at that. Or within each contact, a star shows up under the contact name to show you they're a part of the contact. And I'll do that here just for the sake of discussion. So I'm going to add them to contacts, and I'm going to make it a call. And I'm going to put his mobile phone in my favorite contacts. Okay? And what happens now is you can see there's actually a star that shows up next to his mobile number, not next to his home phone number. Right? And again, you can add his other information to favorites if you so choose. You could also add them to your emergency contacts, or you could share your location with them, right? So I'm going to go back in here now and just edit John Adams, my fake person. I'm going to remove and hit done. So let's just say by accident now we're going to get out of here, and we added John Adams. He's now one of your favorites. How do we delete him from your favorites? Well, the one way I know of is to go out to your phone app. We'll launch the phone app, and we go to favorites, and we're just going to scroll down. He happens to be the newest one I added. You select edit until you get the minus signs, and hit the minus, and you delete them. And that's just deleting them from the favorites list, okay? And if we go back out to the home screen and we go back into contacts, you'll see that John Adams is still there, but now his mobile number is no longer starred. He's no longer one of my favorites. So there you have it, contacts. Thank you for watching my videos. Please help me by liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also visit my website where you can find more iPhone tutorials and a link to my iPhone seminar.